As for the day in Parliament, let us tell you about the good, the bad and the ugly. We used to do this about the virus. Now we're going to do it about federal Parliament each and every night for you. The good is that the Prime Minister was pretty emotional in his apology to anyone connected to the aged care system, if not because of the direct responsibility of the federal government, but certainly funding and regulation is the case, and oh so many people have lost their lives. But never forget in all of this, it was Victoria that said people with COVID had to stay in the nursing homes. They couldn't go to an ICU. Here's the PM.
For my apologies to the residents and families of those affected in those facilities. It was not good enough. Investigations and reviews are underway, as is appropriate, including by the Royal Commission into Aged Care that I established.
I'll put this in the good category, but it was a stumbling good. Richard Colbeck is the Aged Care Minister. He also did his sorries today. They just weren't quite as elegant.
Can I, at the outset, express my sincere condolences to every resident's family who've lost a loved one during the pandemic into aged care. Can I also say that I should have had the data on Friday and I apologise for not having done that.
All right, let's get to the bad of what happened today in federal Parliament, and it all has to do with what was taking place in Victoria, exposed on 60 Minutes last night, front page of The Age today, which was branch stacking. Now, let me make this nice and simple. A person you've never heard of who was trying to grow his power in the party has now resigned as a result of the allegations that have been put forward. Michael O'Brien is the opposition leader and therefore the #1 Liberal in Victoria. Happy to see this bloke gone.
Well, I was very pleased to see the swift action that's been taken by the party organisation. I'm very pleased to see that one of the people named last night has resigned, entirely appropriate. I think I was about 2 weeks into my leadership of this party when I made clear that that person's views had no place in the Liberal Party, and now he's left it and the party will be better for it.
Now, let's not play the questions to answer game. If the allegations are true that the Assistant Treasurer, Michael Sukkar, and the long-time federal MP and former Minister Kevin Andrews were using taxpayers' money to pay for people to work in their electorate office, but what they were actually doing was party business, then it is not just inappropriate, it is something that should have maximum consequences. For those that are trying to find me saying one thing about Labor and another thing about Liberal, I'm not. Now, no doubt the way this story will work is exactly the same as the Adam Somyurek one a few days ago, which is no doubt the front page of The Age tomorrow will have someone else and someone else and someone else. If at the end of the week the only name that needs to be removed from the ministerial list is Michael Sukkar, then fine, that's the case. But when it comes to taxpayer funds, if you hire somebody to work in your office to do anything but work for the people, then you no longer deserve the right to keep moving up the political chain or hold on to it. Like your cold dead hand, with Charlton Heston used to say about his weapons, Kevin Andrews would do to his seat in Parliament. Time to move on for the next era of Liberals.